Something like that. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Kind of making a track for this poem. Gonna do it's of course the 4th of July, and I found a Carl Sandburg poem called 4th of July Night. Never heard it before, never read it until this morning, but anyway, so I'll switch over there. Thank you for joining me, and we'll get started. This guitar down. Okay. I'll give you your the flight. Here we go. Here we go. Someday I'll move up. So how do we want to do this? I've got this pretty wide piece of scratch paper. I sort of like it. A friend of mine in town gave me this stuff. He couldn't use it. It was sort of it's like it went into like it was part of a, oh, I don't know. You know what I think it's is like it, what is the word where people sign the book? You know, a registration, and this paper goes in there. So he had a bunch of it left. So you know what I think? I think I'll fold it in half. I should have done this before I started, but welcome everybody on this 4th of July. Gonna do a morning. Gonna do write out a little Carl Sandburg poem called 4th of July, of course. And I hope y'all are doing okay. If you're new to coming by my channel, if you would feel led to subscribe, that would be totally awesome. I've got a kind of a fun day. Gonna go over to, yeah, and I think I'm gonna use, oh, I don't know. I'll save the whole thing, the holes, for later. I'm gonna go to Fort Worth today for the big fireworks show. I'm gonna draw caricatures at what is it called? The Panther Island Pavilion. And so I hear there are going to be lots of folks there. So we're gonna leave pretty early. Let's see, 4th of, yeah, go like this. Nothing fancy. 4th of July, okay, by Carl Sandburg. He says, it's kind of a interesting take. It's like this little boat pulling away, and let's see here. So it goes like this. It says, the little boat. Hello. Good morning. Charity. Hernandez. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, let's see. I can sure get to talking, and I'll never get started. The little, there's no, we're just rolling here, you know, it's not going to be, no rules. I hope I can get all this. Here I go again. You know what? I may have to use both pieces of paper. The little boat at the dock. At the little boat at. Oh, I'm gonna have to. I'm constantly making space. This is not planned. No planning. The little boat at the dock slips its, he says it slips its moorings, like I guess the anchors, the ropes, chains. We don't, at least up here where I live, we don't say that much, but kind of gone off. I wish I could have kept that a little more centered, but oh well. Thank you, Seed. Okay, the little boat at the dock slips the moorings. The little boat drifts. We're just doing this. Let's see. The little boat. The little boat. Thank you, Charity. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Yeah, the little boat. Isn't it funny? I do these little things, and I mean, every time. Let's see. I'll finish that thought and just see the little boat drifts with the slow current. Yes. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so I start them, you know, and it's like, then I start going, oh my goodness, you know, I hope I'm going to have enough space. Kind of like we live our lives, you know, oh my goodness, am I going to have enough of this or that? Okay, the lady at the door of the farmhouse. Picked kind of a long one though. I really did. One day I'll learn to see of, but it's just about the process. That's what I always say. Just about, you know, just taking the time to read the lines and as you can tell, I read them over and over. The lady at the door of the farmhouse. I'll look at your comments again in just a second. Shades her eyes to watch the boat. Shades her eyes. Yeah. Shades her eyes to watch the boat. Watch the boat. Watch. You know, let me look. Let me finish this one thing. Let's see. And then I'm going to watch the boat. Charity says this is relaxing. Thank you, Charity. I love to hear that. At what age did you start doing this art? You know, it's funny. I've always just liked pens and paper, especially like markers, you know. And forgive me as some of you who've maybe listened in, you've heard me say this, but my sister and I, we used to, when we were little kids, we'd be in the living room area, maybe, I don't know, laying on the floor and coloring books and drawing and stuff. And she always claimed that I gave her the big, thick, kind of the thick, dried out markers, and I always took the best ones, you know. But I just always did. I always just liked the feel of a marker on the paper, you know. And I always, you know, I do some cartooning. I do caricatures. Although this writing is my favorite thing. I don't know. It's they all turn out a little different. Okay, so I've got to gain my. Let's see, where was I? To watch the boat. Another thing I remember when I was a kid, my folks had a like a t-shirt shop, and then it later turned into a sporting goods store. And of course, we would we'd do silk screening and you know, we'd do team names, and it was all done by hand. You know, we'd lay it out. And ooh, I'm kind of crowding myself there. But my dad, you know, it was one of my favorite things. Of course, he had another young lady but she was really good. Her name was Julie. I haven't seen Julie in years, but she was so good. And she'd hand letter all that stuff. And anyway, but I got to do some there, and strangely, this is just okay. 4th of July, the little boat at the dock slips its moorings. The little boat drifts with the slow current. The lady at the door of the farmhouse shades her eyes to watch the boat drift out into the starlight. The sky never really, I always think maybe, too, there's probably a lot of, maybe there's some architects out there. I think, of course, it's all so computerized now, but back in the day, I sort of I loved the way that lettering looked for drafting and stuff, but honestly, my mind was not geared for that, but I just loved um, um, the way the letters looked. And the sky above is alive. You love drawing, Charity? That's awesome. The sky above is alive. What do you like to draw? Well, what I'm going to do right here, just because I can, it's not my favorite thing to do, but I'm going to, firecrackers, I'm going to put a little hyphen there, and I'm going to bring it on down here. See, we don't, if you're doing this, don't get stressed out about it. Just get it on the paper, you know? That's where, don't fret, my friend. And I say that, and then I'll always, but I have a little complaint to myself. Oh my gosh, why did I do that? But I do have the urge to start it over sometimes. And oh, you draw. So Charity, you like to draw random things. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. That's cool. Well, keep it up. Pop. The sky above is alive with firecrackers. Of course, we've got to say pop. Pop. Well, now, what's the next word? What do you think the next word is? Pop. And pop. And finally, we have the final pop. A little lighter pen, maybe. I don't know, just because we're going to kind of fill up that space a bit. And then what do we have after a pop? We have a crack. And of course we have, what else do we have? We have a crack. I kind of ran that C into there, sorry. Crack, bang. Of course we do. Boom. That would go, boom would just fit perfectly in, but since Mr. Sandberg didn't put that, I won't write that this time, but we could add it, but I won't. I'm going to try to stay true. I keep throwing my pens down. Okay. The sky rockets. Anybody going out to a fireworks show tonight? Or are you just going to hang out at home? The skyrockets are shooting. Or do I want to use that pen? That's I guess I will. Shooting a little. Shooting stars. I don't know why I made that choice to use a brush pen, because I had it. So I was a little more, put a few little dots in here just to kind of separate the stanzas a bit. You're going to go, I think I'm going somewhere, but I don't know where. I got you. I hear you that, yeah. Well, have a good time. Be careful. Yeah, I get to, there's a great big fireworks show over in Fort Worth, and I've got some, there's a caricature artist I'm gonna pick up, and we're gonna draw caricatures at the big event in Fort Worth today, so that should be fun. Okay, the little boat. It's over in Fort Worth. It's the Panther. I think it's called the Panther Island Pavilion, and they have a fireworks show there. And we lots of people, and I've never actually been there. I mean, I've been to that part of Fort Worth, but never to the fireworks show. And it's supposed to be a pretty big deal. And so for I know people have been out in and out, but this is a Carl Sandburg poem called 4th of July. The little boat slips away in the dark. The farmhouse windows. Glow. Warmly. And across and across the wide. Ooh, I like to make a wide like that. Across the wide across the wide fields. The stars across the wide fields. The stars. So let's see, so what the stars? And the fireflies. Keep silence. Keep silent watch. I'm kind of just wiggly. Yeah, keep silent watch instead of confident, you know. It's funny, some days I'm more so than others. So I'm going to finish this thing out. Watch on. On the fourth of July. All right, well, I won't, maybe I'll put a few dots, kind of finish it out, and then I need to get started with my day. I'm sure you do too. So, Carl Sandburg. This is written by Carl Sandburg, called Fourth of July. It says, as I'm putting the dots on, it says, the little boat at the dock slips its moorings, actually. So it is coming out from being anchored. It's not going to be anchored anymore. If I can read this and do this at the same time. Let me put my dots, and then I'll finish that up. I won't go all the way around with the dots. I'll just put them on this side a little bit. Again, thank you guys. Thank you, Charity, for hanging out for so long, and all of you. CDB, Mr. Hernandez, or let's see, I don't know who that. I don't know if it's a Mr. or Mrs., but Hernandez, I do appreciate you. I'll put a little maybe down here, so to fill up a little space down here, I'll put a little star. See, I kind of left a little, do something like that, just because we can. Okay, so maybe I will go all the way around there. Okay. Thank you so much, my friend. And about to wind this thing up here. Let's see. Oh, I always think, I've gotten into it too, where I've done one and it was way short. I wanted it to be a little bit longer, but anyway, thank you guys for the ones who, it seems like it's just ebbed and flowed today. And but I'm about to finish up. I'll add just a little bit of let's see, blue. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I will often put too many things up here. I'm gonna put just a little bit of blue, pastel around the edges. It's pretty subtle, but okay. Anyway. Whoa. Where did that guitar come from? So, 4th of July. 4th of July, the little boat at the dock slips its moorings. The little boat drifts with the slow current, and the lady at the door of the farmhouse shades her eyes to watch the boat drift out into the starlight. The sky above is alive with firecrackers. Pop, 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 pop. Crack, bang. The sky rockets are shooting stars, and the little boat slips away in the dark. The farmhouse windows glow warmly, and across the wide fields, the stars and the fireflies keep silent watch on the 4th of July. Now that's a Carl Sandburg poem. You can look it up and enjoy it in the comfort of your own home if you want to write it out. I think that would be cool. Please, thank you for those of you who've been here today and hung out with me. And I know you got other things to do. It's always a privilege, a blessing that you would do this with me. And I'm going to be working late tonight. So if I do this tonight, it'll be midnight-ish or something. So usually I come on at 10:30, but not tonight. So anyway, thank you so much. Okay, and Charity, that was to answer your question. Usually it's 10:30 most every night, but tonight it'll be late because I'll be driving home. So, okay, well, y'all just have a great day, and I'll look forward to being with you soon. Bye-bye.